Last question for you, on a way to rush to go. Beterbiev Bivol, you watched the fight. Who do you think won the fight?
Yeah, I watched this fight. I think Bivol win this fight.
No. Not 50-50. One, Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes.
Bivol never been down.
Every time, Beterbiev will throw a combination, and right away, Bivol will retaliate with a counter with more volume.
Boxing analysts predict that Dmitry Bivol will defeat Artur Beterbiev in a rematch, citing his superior ring IQ, footwork, and defensive mastery. Bivol's ability to control distance, counter effectively, and evade Beterbiev's power shots gives him a strategic advantage. His endurance, discipline, and adaptability make him a formidable challenge over 12 rounds.
Controversial rounds in the later rounds. But I can tell you this, I've had Bivol, because we were watching the fight and we're focusing on it because we knew it was a tough fight, and everybody knows that Beterbiev is very strong and he can hurt you with any punch. But up to the seventh round, I had Bivol winning the fight with his moves. He was moving really well on his feet. He was countering. Of course, he was getting hit because it's a fight, but he will get hit with 1-2 or maybe a hook and a right, and he will come back with a 1, 2, 3, 4, boom again, and then he'll move and boom, boom, jabbing. He was busier with his jab. He was busier with his counters.
Bivol looked determined ahead of the rematch, stating that it's no longer just about the belt. He emphasized his focus on correcting the mistakes from the first fight, making it clear that this bout holds a deeper meaning for him. His mindset reflects a strong drive for redemption.
I wanna make second fight and I wanna be winner of this fight. What about belts now, which I could see? Before I was so wanted to have these belts and nothing else, but today I want not only just belts. I wanna revenge. I wanna fix what I did before. I wanna win, not just belts. It's not only about belts.
Boxing analysts view this rematch as an epic showdown after a closely contested first fight that sparked debate. Many, including the speaker, believe Bivol deserved the win, though Beterbiev's victory wasn't unreasonable. The highly anticipated rematch on February 22nd promises another thrilling battle. The first fight showcased contrasting styles, Bivol's swift footwork, and sharp combinations against Beterbiev's relentless power.
In this epic rematch, a first fight that divided opinion. Most, including myself, believed Bivol won it. But you couldn't really argue with Beterbiev getting the decision. Was it too wide on the scores? Yes, it was. Anyway, that's all history. They fight again Feb 22nd in what is no doubt going to be another epic fight. The first fight, again, just to quickly tread back on that, was one of my favourite fights of last year. Contrasting styles, Bull v Matador. Obviously, Beterbiev being the Bull, Matador being Bivol with his fleet-footed, quick hands, flurry of combinations against the heavy-hitting, knockout artist, the destruction, wrecking ball that is Artur Beterbiev. I thought that the movement from Bivol was so good early on, and it frustrated, it annoyed Beterbiev throughout lots of that contest, certainly early on. But 10, 11, 12 were big rounds for Beterbiev. How do I see this rematch playing out? Well, when I looked back at that first fight, although I thought Bivol won, I do believe Beterbiev could potentially do better out of the two in the rematch.
Bivol dominated early, but Beterbiev took over late. In the rematch, Beterbiev must apply pressure early but stay precise. If Bivol adjusts, he could secure a clearer win, making this battle even more compelling.
Nod, and we could be so lucky that we see a trilogy. And I mentioned pot of gold. Where does the winner go? Well, the winner will reign supreme in the light heavyweight division. This is about legacy, though. This is about really cementing yourself as arguably the best light heavyweight that's ever graced the sport of boxing. And then there's opportunities for the winner, obviously. David Benavidez looks so good in defeating Morel. I mean, this man is a beast. He does not stop throwing punches. A little unorthodox, I think, at times when he lets his shots go, but He's got a great chin, though he was dropped against Morel, more off balance. He's got a great chin. Like I say, he's a unit. He's huge.
Boxing experts praise Bivol's effective use of the jab, right hand, left hook, and straight right combination, which has consistently troubled opponents. Analysts predict that in the rematch, Bivol will bring more power, targeting the body to wear down Beterbiev. In their first fight, many observers felt Bivol won at least 7 rounds, showcasing his control and technical skill. His strategic approach and precision make him a strong contender to secure victory in the rematch.
Bivol has a lot of skills, man. He's a very talented boxer. Beterbiev has the power. I felt like Bivol won at least 7 rounds. You know, he controlled most of the fight. And what you saying as he was punishing or whatever, I felt like he was fighting like he knew he was losing. He was the guy that was trying to get back in the fight.
Okay.
And most times I don't agree. Well, I don't say most times, but sometimes I don't agree with the commentating. But I felt like he was definitely down and needed a knockout to win. But, you know, he definitely hurt Bivol. You could see some of those shots, even though they weren't clean shots, they were affecting him. And you gotta give him credit for the power that he has and also the resilience to just keep fighting to the end of the fight. But it wasn't many clean shots. He was catching them with, like, you know, short uppercuts and, you know, the jabs and everything, but those punches were hurting him. So I wanted Beterbiev to win, but I felt like Bivol, you know, because there's a scoring system, he was the winner of the fight. But if boxing was like, you know, whoever's getting their ass beat at the end, like a real fight.
Yeah.
But that ain't how it worked.
Yeah.
Renowned coach Joel Diaz favors Bivol in the upcoming rematch, highlighting his quick movement and active jab. He emphasizes that Bivol's combination punching could create serious challenges for Beterbiev. Diaz believes Bivol's speed and work rate may be the key factors in determining the outcome.
He was busier with his counters. He would block and counter every time. Beterbiev would throw a combination, and right away, Bivol will retaliate with a counter with more volume. So, in the later rounds, obviously, Bivol, you know, had a really strong fighter coming forward at him. He sort of slowed down. He got tired. Maybe three rounds, maybe 4 rounds. And if I had to judge the fight, I saw it for Bivol, not because he's part of my team in a way, because all these fighters are the same team, same management, and considered part of the same team. But I saw the fight. I gave Bivol at least 7 rounds. 7, 8 rounds I gave to Bivol, honestly.
So worst case,
I saw him win. Worst case, 7 rounds. But I gave him 7 rounds.
do you feel like there has to be more scrutiny on the type of judges? Because
Definitely.
it doesn't matter what people see, it's what those 3 people see. And sometimes you have with judges that favor the pressure, and then there's others that favor the boxers. Do you feel?
Not only that, there are judges that focus more on the later rounds. You know, they really don't do much. They don't focus much on the early rounds, only on the later rounds.
Boxing promoter and former champion Oscar De La Hoya believes Dmitry Bivol holds the advantage in the rematch. He highlights Bivol's unique style and exceptional footwork as key factors for success. De La Hoya's analysis emphasizes the importance of Bivol's technical skills and movement in countering Beterbiev's power.
Very unique style. I would have to give Dmitry Bivol the advantage here a little bit because he has better footwork, you know. Beterbiev kind of like just stalks you down, you know, and with Bivol, he's just like constantly bam, 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 you know. I love that. He's a good boxer, man, with power. So, and he's got skill up here. It's a tough fight to call. But I'm gonna have to give Dmitry the advantage. I think it's all about respect in the first few rounds. You know, how he's gonna take his punch if he has a chin. I mean, I think Beterbiev has a better chin than Dmitry Bivol. For some reason, I just feel that. I don't know if it's true, but if Dmitry Bivol can catch him, offset him, get him off balance with his footwork, I mean, yeah, it could be a long night for Beterbiev.
Dmitry Bivol sees this fight as more than just a battle for the belt. It's a quest for redemption. He acknowledges how rare rematch opportunities are and feels fortunate to have this chance. Bivol is determined to showcase his full potential and correct the mistakes from their first encounter.
One, are you happy with an immediate rematch, or would you have preferred a little bit more time to rest?
No, I'm so appreciate that I have the chance, and I cannot, I cannot let myself to think that it's not good time, or it's not good this that. No, I'm happy that I have a chance. Not too much people has a chance and to have rematch, but I have it, and I'm glad.
So, going back to the last fight, Dmitry, when I saw you that Sunday, you had said that you were going to go and see Turkey and Beterbiev about the rematch, and then you guys posted a photo. You guys were together. I'm just curious, like, how was that seeing Beterbiev the day after the fight?
That's fine, just normal, like before the fight, the same.
Did you guys talk? Like, what'd you tell him?
No, we didn't talk. We talk only with His Excellency.
Oh, wow, okay. So it wasn't weird, it wasn't awkward.
It's something new, I didn't have before in this situation, but it was fine. It was like men talk, It's I like what His Excellency did, that he invited both of us and he asked, do you want rematch? And we said yeah.
So speaking of the rematch, Dmitry, just overall, what do you think about this rematch, and how different of a fight do you think it will be this second time around?
I think it will be a little bit different, and I think it will be more interesting for the fans, because we already know each other, and it's very soon we could prepare ourselves better for this very much.
How many times have you seen the first fight already?
Сколько раз я пересматривал бой? Maybe 2 times.
No. Not 50-50. One, Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes.
Bivol never been down. Bivol been in there with who at the time was pound the best, which was Canelo Alvarez. Made him look like nothing. So I'm not saying it's 50-50. Beterbiev got everything to show me to bring it back up to 50-50. Right now, Bivol has the advantage 60-40. Now, Beterbiev is a hell of a guy and a hell of a fighter and has an awesome power, but he also has been down. So it's like when I look at that, I always look at stuff from where I used to see things standpoint. Yeah. And the way I saw it, if somebody else knocked you down, I got to get you down. You understand me? Now, that's a hell of a punch to walk through to get him down, though. So it's a very dangerous game that Bivol got to play, because Beterbiev is the best puncher probably ever in that division. You understand me? So it's a great fight. If it's 50-50, it's because of his puncher power.
Just one more from me. Beterbiev Bivol, the rematch. What a great fight that is in Saudi. How do you see that playing out, Sal?
It's going to be a really good fight again. Both are great fighters, and
do you see yourself fighting a light heavyweight again?
Do you think I'm blowing?
Maybe.
Let's follow Dr. Canelo, please.
Last question for you, on the way to rush to go. Beterbiev Bivol, you watched the fight. Who do you think won the fight?
Yeah, I watched this fight. I think Bivol win this fight. Not Bivol, but Beterbiev win.
You scored it to him?
Listen, for me, I say for me like a 6-6 for round. Yeah. But more percent win Beterbiev.
Okay.
Last 3 round. 100% win Beterbiev.
I thought Bivol won that fight, to be honest with you. It was a close fight. It could have went. Couldn't have went either way. I feel like Bivol won most of the rounds. He controlled most of the rounds, and his combination punching was better.
Do you think he wins the rematch?
I think he does.
Yeah. Is it different, or do you think it's more?
I mean, I don't know, because both those fighters are both high caliber fighters, so they can make adjustments. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the same fight or not. But if it's the same fight, I feel like Bivol wins.
What up? Being that I was the last unified undisputed champion, probably about 25 to 40 years ago, I don't know how long it was. Last night we had a very fantastic fight. A fight that I thought could have gone either way, but you know, what happens, happens. However it goes, nobody won nor lost the fight by 4 points. So that's ridiculous, which is why I say we need an immediate rematch. Both guys did a lot to change. Beterbiev showed me more than he's ever shown me before about being a boxer. He actually can box, and I was surprised. Bivol was a very good defender, which we knew. He was a good counterpuncher, which we knew. He jumped out to the early lead, I thought, but you know, we never know. But however it comes down, Beterbiev did finish the fight strong or stronger. So that's why I think, in my point of view, the fight should be a draw, and let's get a rematch. You heard me? Yes, by the head in the building.
It doesn't matter what people see; it's what those three people see. And sometimes you have with judges that favor the pressure, and then there's others that favor the boxers. Do you feel?
Not only that, there's judges that focus more on the later rounds. You know, they really don't do much. They don't focus much on the early rounds, only on the later rounds. And the later rounds, obviously, he was more successful. You know, Beterbiev was successful. You know, you can see the pressure, and Bivol slowed down a little bit. But what happens to all the first half of the fight? You know, we have a first and a second. We go from 1 to 6, then we go 6 to 12. You know, but around there, you're supposed to know. And don't forget about the early rounds. These guys accumulate rounds by doing great work and putting some really good punches, combinations, and a lot of good technique in the early rounds.